Wow, I haven't been in this chair since I was like 14. I'm almost 40.
It's an old chair.
Thank you for calling on me. I'm so nervous and so happy. I know. Tell it to my face. Sorry, guys.
This is what happiness looks like, right?
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to get it together. Thank you, because I had a really, what felt like a big loss for me about 1.5 years ago when Luna transitioned. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to cry the whole time. I apologize.
Sometimes there's something, we are lucky today.
Well, thank you. But she gave me the greatest gift I've ever experienced in her transitioning. And that was this connection to non-physical that I had never experienced. And
tell us about Luna, briefly.
She was my dog. It felt like an extension of me and a teacher in a really unique way. That I had dogs my whole life, and I've grown up, my mother raised me listening to you, but I had never experienced anything like this, and it felt like my whole world, because a couple of things were going on at the same time. I was going through a divorce, but she took me somewhere that I had never experienced, and I was listening to you every morning when I would walk to work. And on my walks to work, I was going through so many of the same experiences that Esther talks about with Jerry. With the light, she would show me signs, and my question is about signs and about balance in this, because
it's one of the most wonderful things about caring about someone who is physical, who makes their transition, because you have to look for them differently, because now they are vibrational. Now with beasts, that's a term of endearment. With beasts, as compared to human, your beasts are more non-physical like while they are in their physical body. You call them more instinctual, more intuitive. They are more in alignment with who they really are. They're more in the receptive mode. And so they demonstrate to you, they're like a satellite dish that can beam to you a condition that as you focus upon it can be soothing to you. And so as you find these lovely beastly creatures who are tuned into source energy and giving their attention to you, or more important, you are giving your attention to them, it can serve as a soothing process for you, as an aligning process for you. And then when they make their transition, well, say that so everyone can hear it. It was what?
Conditional.
Yes.
Because of the physicality of it.
Yes. And so when the condition changed, then you had to find another way of reaching. And in recognizing the eternalness of all beings, and in recognizing and having been tuned to this frequency of this pure positive energy being, it was not so difficult for you to then tap into the non-physical essence of Luna and therefore find your connection.
Right.
Yeah.
But there was signs that would show up, physical manifestations.
Well, of course, this is what we're talking about. Get into the receptive mode and then receive and receive and receive and receive and receive and receive and receive. Sometimes something will happen, some sort of very odd seeming, in that it was far reaching but wonderful coincidence, which is a cooperative incidence that law of attraction is orchestrated. And Esther will marvel at the extraordinary nature of that, and we say it's just child's play in relationship to all of the coordinating that is taking place in this magnificent place that you are living. Get over being amazed that there is no death. Get over being amazed that when someone makes their transition that they're still aware of you. Get over being amazed that Luna still walks with you every day, everywhere, all the time. Walks that you couldn't allow before. goes to work with you now, goes in the buildings with you now, goes everywhere that you go, is allowed everywhere in her vibrational form, you see. We're playing with you a little bit, but we want you to not be surprised that when someone you know from non-physical is aware of you and you are close enough to the vibrational vicinity of your vortex that you recognize their interaction with you. That's such a wonderful thing. It's helping you to realize that there is no death, and that the veil that humans want to put between physical and non-physical is really only put there by you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My question is, because it's given me such heightened, I guess, awareness of when I am in the vortex or when I am connected, or
Yes.
when I'm in those moments of just appreciation, I'd love to find more stability there.
Here's what's happening to you at this point is that you've forgotten about the parts about it that cause you instability for a moment, and you're focused upon something that is giving you satisfaction for a moment. In other words, you've accidentally stumbled into alignment. And then you have an experience that you know is about your relationship with Luna, and then you focus upon the absence of Luna sometimes, and then the stability is not there. And so in time you will adjust to the new relationship that you have, and you won't do that so much. But it really is all about focus, isn't it? And what it is really about is not needing a condition to be a certain way in order for you to have a knee-jerk response that is positive.
Absolutely. And it's brought so much abundance in terms of wealth. I mean, talk about closing the gap from being in debt and starting a business to, I mean, an abundance of money flowing in that I didn't even expect in an
Well, here's the thing. All of that abundance is all queued up for you already. But sometimes things happen that cause you to want in a stronger way, and then things happen that cause you to focus in your allowing in a stronger way. We don't want Esther to think that every good thing that's happening to her is because Jerry is out there ahead of her making it happen. Because we've always, all of us been out there ahead of her. What Jerry's transition did for Esther is make her look for evidence of this non-physical help. And that's what's happening with you. Your friends don't need to croak in order for you to receive the well-being. All right, guys, somebody's got to go. There are 10 of us here, and I choose you. And once you're gone, then I'll believe more in my well-being.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Really good.
I really appreciate
Yeah,
that.
really good.
Thank you.
I'm mostly here to acknowledge you, to acknowledge the work, and to say thank you.
Well, we're appreciating your appreciation, but appreciation is the work, and so it's your doing.
Thank you.
Yeah. You got to get in the vicinity to hear us.
Well, I'm here partly, I think a lot of what happened this morning, a lot of the questions were already answered. And the room I'm in right now is the room you were talking about, not the first room. So I'm bringing something here today to share with all of you. And whoever may hear this, that I am part of a journey that many of us are on. And the messages that you have brought into this world have been exceedingly beneficial to me as a human being.
Yeah. If your life isn't causing you to define things that you want to know, you are the summoner of it. In other words, sometimes people say, I've been following you for a time, and we say, we're following you. It's a cycle of us, isn't it? So we're source, and then it's you, and then you're asking, and then we come, and then you let it in, and on the happiness goes eternally, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a part of where I'm at, and it's something that I believe I have a generosity and an ability to share at this particular juncture. These messages work. They do, even in the darkest hours. I have your application on my phone, and often I would pick up my phone and it would be playing. And I realized that later...
As Luna. Someone.
I realized later that you were calling.
Yeah.
You were calling. It was a phone call in a different way. And at times I have dealt with the issues of despair, as most of us have, as I have worked to address my conditioned thought processes, to recognize the sliding down the pole, to slipping back into thought processes of, I can't have this, I can't do this. And then as I maintained the dedication to trust, to learning to trust, this trust was a big deal for me. Trusting that this works. It does. I'm beginning to see the manifestations around me.
It's one of the reasons that we are talking so much these days about just finding something to be satisfied about. Because as you make a conscious determination to focus yourself into satisfaction about something, and then you get to witness the response to that shift in your vibration, then it's not trusting in something not experienced by you, which is kind of what faith is. It's knowing about something that you are about. And so you just keep showing yourself that these laws are real, and that your application of them can be deliberate, and that you can chart and mark and notice measurable results. And so then that trust, first it's hoping, and then it's believing a bit, trusting, and then pretty soon you just know it, you just are it. And then you never worry about being in a moment when you're back in step one and asking for something, because you know there's just a matter of time, not time alignment, time, not time alignment, before more evidence comes to help you to trust no more.
Yes.